Jesus Christ the Savior. They changed the name to Yeshua, which was the Hebrew name, which would be proper, but now that's our Savior, and that's just not correct. That's just simply not correct, and we can prove it through Scripture. So I jumped out the car, I said, Shalom, brother. And brother Yahcanon went to shake his hand. He asked me, where your friend is in court? I said, well, brother, I just gave you my Hebrew name. I said, Shalom, how much more Hebrew do you want me to be? Now I got to wear the clothes. I say, my heart ain't good. Give me Matthew chapter 7. I just wanted to slap him. I ain't touch him, though. But that's just what I felt at that time. So instead of me putting my hands on the man, I just simply got in the car and walked out because I knew where the brother was at. And I knew that whatever I said to him at that point in time, he wasn't finna change his mind about nothing because he had already been indoctrinated that he knows exactly what he's talking about and he don't have no clue where he gonna be at in 5 more years once he realized he don't have an absolute clue. You just woke up out your sleep. You gotta start all over again. From scratch. Everything you started with, wipe it out. You can't put the New Testament on top and think that you still gonna be reading me scriptures from it and all that because I got a bunch of New Testament lies that I'm gonna be teaching to people. You can't see it right now, but we're gonna open our eyes up. It's sitting right there in your face. It was sitting there the whole time. When my eyes opened up, I was like, man, all these lies in the New Testament, where was I the whole time? I couldn't see none of this stuff. All of the people who wrote stories wasn't even there. And I'm just taking it all in and just nodding my head every time the preacher say something. They put this stuff in movies about us, though, and they think this is funny, who we are. They put it in the book of Eli. The book of Eli was all about this book. It surrounded this book that we call the Holy Bible. And it was all about power being in a particular person's hands. Either it's going to be in the hands of the wicked or it's going to be in the hands of the good. And whoever hands is in, that's the way the people are going to go because this book is just their power. And so this is the real life book of Eli we living with. You know, do we follow what these Europeans have told us all this time? Or do we wake up and read this for ourselves and realize that this book is talking about us and we have offended God greatly and we need to do some things quite different in order to turn this thing around instead of running our mouth thinking it's going to happen on our own because it's just simply not going to happen like that. Jeremiah 2:11 asks us a question. It says, has a nation changed their gods which are not gods? It just asks a simple little question. Because if you think these Europeans then gave you their name, then gave you their culture, then handed down all these things to you, but then they end up leaving their God behind them, you sadly mistaken. They brought their God along with them. And if you look at the pronunciation of Jesus, you're going to see Zeus sitting right in the middle of it. The S sound is a Z. And then our God tell us, well, go pray to that God. Go pray and go see what happens.
Yes, sir.
That rock you trusted.
That was your God, right?
God.
Don't come talking to me and asking me for nothing. Go keep doing the same thing what you've been doing and see where it gets you. And so then we come back to the altar and we say, well, what we doing ain't working. There's something wrong. We got to come back and ask some more questions again. Can you please help us? And this book is talking about us. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 42. This book is talking about you black people living in America. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, your entire story is contained within these pages right here of this book. Your history. Anybody in here know anybody that's been incarcerated? Anybody know anybody that's been in jail here before? All of us should.
Oh, cool.
Am I right? Of course. Okay, there ain't even no questions. I just want to make sure this is us. Isaiah chapter 42 verse 22 reads, but this is a people robbed and plundered. All of them are snared in holes. They are hidden in prison houses. They are for prey, and no one delivers. For plunder, and no one says restore. Ain't nobody else claim that. Who else is hidden in prison houses once you walk the halls
22.
of those prison doors? 42:22.
Yeah. But they didn't have it.
Nobody else can claim this but us.
Of course. Oh, thank God.
read stuff like this and I just be absolutely blown away at the accuracy of it. You had something written way before you was born, before you was even thought about, and it could just pin you down to a T and tell you what your predicament is and what it's gonna be. That's amazing to me.
Somebody's gonna read it.
One day, it was set for an appointed time, and that appointed time is the day that we have to wake up and we can see this now. You know, when you locked up, you in jail, and it's your time, and our Creator put us in this situation, we can do whatever we want to do to get out of it, but we ain't going to be able to go nowhere, as we can tell. We still sitting here. Let's go to Psalms 44. We're just giving a little bit of evidence.